Kroger, with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
We're back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Halftime winding down. Second half ready to begin. Georgia with a 28-14 lead over Ole Miss. And let's go down to the sidelines and check in with Shock, who was in the locker room. It's brought to you by Attorney Ken Nugent. DJ.
Hey, fellas, the message was simple. Use the third quarter and be a different team than you've been all year. Come out strong, come out fast, and finish them off. But more than anything, he talked about just being able to have this first drive to go out and finish them off and play for the now. Don't play for what happened in the first half. Don't play for the future. Play for your brothers right now and in this game. What are other couple choice words?
I like it. Caden Davis's kickoff for Ole Miss sails through the end zone for a touchback. Georgia will start at the 25-yard line here to begin the third quarter. Georgia football brought to you in part by Dos Equis, a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. Get a dose and enjoy Dos Equis responsibly.
Well, outside of the one pick, this Georgia offense has been able to do whatever it's wanted to do. 304 yards total offense, and Carson Beck had himself a day in the first half.
Only two incompletions there, and one of them, that the interception late off the tipped ball. Beck will roll out. Ooh, nearly picked off there as he rolls out to the right, throws it. It's short, a rolling attempt by Prince right off the turf. Couldn't come up with it as the target was Dominic Lovett right around the Georgia 40-yard line. The pass was low, and Prince couldn't scoop it up. It's an incomplete ball there, and it'll be 2nd and 10 from the Georgia 25.
Yeah, Carson tried to go back shoulder to Lovett. That was actually read better, though, by Ole Miss. And you're right, Dogs fortunate there. That ball wasn't picked off.
3 receivers to the left. Now Bell in motion to the near side. Beck's in the shotgun. Edwards in the backfield with him. Snap it back to Carson. He hands it to Dejan, looking for running room. They grab him up around the shirt collar as he goes over the line of scrimmage. And Edwards will push his way forward to the 30. 5-yard pickup there. It'll be 3rd and 5. One of the big linemen, as he went through, it may have been, it was Harris, the guy that was grabbing trying to get his collar or his piece of his jersey, anything he could get on number 30 there as he went through the line of scrimmage.
And big Cedric Van Pran gave Dejan a nice little push at the end of that run for a couple of extra yards. Dogs in the first half, 2 out of 2 on their third down chances.
Empty set for the Dogs now. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Man in motion is Lovett to the near side. Beck in the shotgun. They snap it back. Carson, quick throw on the out to Bell, and it bounces off his body as he was coming out of his turn towards the Ole Miss sideline. Bell was trying to get rid of it in a hurry, and it hit Bell's up around the shoulder pads and bounced away incomplete.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there from Ole Miss. They brought 6. We didn't have enough to pick it up. So Carson had to get rid of that football before Dylan Bell ever got out of his break.
So the Dogs go 3 and out. 4th down on the 30, 4th and 5. We got Brett Thorson in the game for the first time tonight. The sophomore kicker from Australia. He'll try to punt one deep and flip the field here. Jordan Watkins is the return man for Ole Miss. He's between the hash marks back at the Rebels 27. Snap back, Thorson. Plenty of time to kick it, and he hangs it high. Wobbler going to come down. Fair catch called for by Watkins. Just about on the spot where he was standing to begin with at the 28. The kick was 41 yards, no return, and that's where Ole Miss will have it on offense for the first time here in the second half. 28-14, Georgia leads the Rebels 61 seconds into the third quarter. Celebrate the season with gifts, deals, and holiday feels. Find perfect presents for everybody and every budget. Shop Kohl's and Kohl's.com today. 1st and 10 Rebels on their own 28-yard line. That was Georgia's first punt of the night. Dart in the shotgun. Going to give it to Judkins. Gets in there behind his big line and just tries to push his way forward, get what they can here on this first down play. Didn't get a whole lot. Stackhouse jammed up the middle there, as that was a battle in the line of scrimmage. That time they will spot the ball at the 33-yard line, so even on that surge, you got 5. Closer to 4, it looks like, at the yard marker. Second down. Pressure by Georgia from the edge, and Dart will go down again for the second time in the game, back at the 26-yard line.
C.J. Allen came on a linebacker dog right through the middle. We had pressure on the outside as well, but nowhere for Jackson Dart to go, and Dogs back in business.
Ball's back on the 26. They lost 7 on the sack, and it's 3rd and long behind the sticks, 3rd and 13. Dart in the shotgun. Judkins off to his left. The snap is high. Dart fields it now, pulls it down, and throws. Incomplete, far sideline. Had 2 receivers in the same area. Watkins the closest to that incomplete ball that skipped out of bounds on the Ole Miss sideline. Damon Wilson came up with good pressure again. The freshman linebacker from Nokomis, Florida, having a nice game, as is C.J. Allen, the 2 freshmen performing well tonight.
Boy, indeed they are. This track meet in the first half, we come out of the locker room 2 3-and-outs.
Ole Miss will try to punt it. Now they're just going to run it. We don't pay any attention to the Australian punter, and he just takes off running and gets the first down. And now there are flags back behind the play. 1 flag, 2 flags. As we got tangled up with one of the gunners on the far side of the field, Mazin, the punter, usually takes a couple of steps to his right and then kicks it away. Well, we didn't defend it, and he just kept running.
Well, I'll tell you, I don't think the Dogs still realized that it was a fake punt. We had no idea.
And then flags well behind the play as Mazin was up near midfield before he went out of bounds. Here's the referee, Jason Autry.
It's a first down for Ole Miss. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, kicking team number 9. The 15-yard penalty to be enforced. It'll be 1st and 10 for Ole Miss after enforcement.
And they will mark it off from the 50, so that's where Mazin finally ran it out of bounds, the punter. As it didn't look like a design fake, Z. It looked like, okay, if this is the situation, then do this, and that was the situation. So he runs for the first down, but then a penalty behind the play cost Ole Miss 15 yards back to their 35.
Scott, I think you're exactly right, and there just wasn't a dog anywhere outside as we had a punt return set up. Never realized that it was a fake punt.
I mean, he had all kinds of running room outside the hash mark on the far side of the field, and he took advantage of it. Fortunately for Georgia, backed them up 15, though, so they've got it at the 35 instead of the 50. They'll run it on first down from there, straight up the hash mark, right into the arms of Tremel Walthour, the senior from Hinesville, Georgia, makes the tackle on Judkins. And he got 2 to the 37-yard line. Second down and 8. Student section on the Southie, on the northeast side of the stadium, trying to make a lot of noise to bother Ole Miss. Clock moving, near 12 minutes to go, third quarter. 3 down linemen with their hand in the turf for Georgia. And Jones up on the edge, standing up. Give it to Judkins. Tries to bounce out to the left side. Walthour goes reaching for him. He bounces in the other direction to the right, and we jam it up with Kristen Miller, the redshirt freshman lineman from Ellenwood, Georgia, who makes the tackle on Judkins right around the line of scrimmage at the 37. That's where they'll put the ball. No gain on the play.
Great job by this Georgia defense of resetting the line of scrimmage and pushing that offensive line of Ole Miss back just a couple of steps, but nowhere at all for Judkins to run.
Snap high to Dart. He's backing up, nowhere to throw it. Now he launches, and incomplete. Deep ball, far sideline around the 35. Watkins went diving for it at the end of the play, tried to get a hand on it, but it was incomplete. A little too much length on that pass by Dart, and that's going to bring up 4th down. The Dogs survived the fake punt.
Boy, again, good pressure without the Dogs having to bring any extra pressure. No linebackers, no safeties, anything of that nature. The front 4 able to provide enough heat to make Dart get rid of the football.
Hall had pressure that time. Bullard in coverage. Beautiful punt now by Ole Miss with a flag down back near the line of scrimmage. Fielded by Muse around the 10. And he will dodge one man but can't dodge the other 10, I think, at the 14-yard line. That was a 53-yard punt. 3-yard return to the 14, but let's check the flag back on the other end of the field. Our referee, Jason Autry, and one of the linesmen discussing it. And it's going to be an illegal procedure on Ole Miss, and now the referee, Autry's going to come to the near sideline and talk to Georgia's head coach, Kirby Smart. And they may make him kick it again.
Kicking team. More than 4 players were in the backfield. The 5-yard penalty will be enforced in the previous spot. Repeat, 4th down.
Yeah, we don't want the ball at the 14. You got to kick it again.
Yeah, exactly right. Little break there for the Dogs as I think Mekhi Muse actually stepped out of bounds too. So the few yards we thought that he had on the return, I think that was even going to come back a little bit more.
Boy, Mazin really got his foot into that one. That was his best punt of the night. Now he's got to do it over. So wipe that one off. It's 4th down for the Rebels. And here comes his other one. That one not quite as good. A low spinning kick. Fair catch called for by Muse at the 24-yard line out between the numbers on the far side of the field. So we picked up about 11 yards on the exchange there on that 5-yard penalty. A 43-yard punt, no return. Dogs will have the ball at the 25 when we continue. 11:03 to go, third quarter. Georgia 28, Ole Miss 14. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Back to Sanford Stadium in a moment on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
All of us love the Georgia Bulldogs. Hey, they're our team. At First Franklin Financial, we want to be your home team when you need extra cash. With over 120 locations in Georgia, we're fast, friendly, and right around the corner. Loan approvals are done right at the branch, so you can get your money right away, sometimes in the same day. Visit WeMakeLoans.com to find the First Franklin branch near you. All loan terms and APR depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria and may require collateral. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLS number 141654. Georgia residence licensing number 5656. Offer not available in North Carolina.
America, it's time to gear up and get out there in a new Ford vehicle. And it all starts at your local Ford dealer during the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need to discover your best summer ever. With a large inventory in stock, now is the best time to trade in, trade up, and discover summer with Ford. This is your time to discover summer at your local Ford dealer.
Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Cracked walls, wet basement? Call ESOG for foundation repair, waterproofing, and engineering. It's Hondo for Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Star 678 ESOG now.
Dogs fans, in Athens, we have 2 important rules. Support local business and cheer on the Georgia Bulldogs. This season, we would like to thank our official hometown team partners for their support of Georgia athletics. Georgia Cotton Farmers, Longhorn Steakhouse in Athens, CertaPro Painters of Athens, and Schumann Farms. Learn more about how you can support these great local partners by finding the Hometown Team Partners ad in the digital game program on GeorgiaDogs.com. Support our hometown team partners and you'll support the Dogs.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia football. Learn more at corepower.com.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. A light mist is falling here in Athens. A lot of the fans with ponchos or slickers on, and the rain is back. So it's going to be a wet field, wet ball out there here in the third quarter. 11:03 to go. Georgia leading Ole Miss by 2 touchdowns. Let's check in with Shock on the sidelines. It's brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. DJ.
Hey, fellas, one last thing coming out of the locker room. Mike Bobo talked to the offense about them being able to still run the football, but they still want to be aggressive. So look for them to still have the same plan they had in the first half, regardless of the weather he mentioned.
We go under center this time with Beck and Milton, the lone setback. 2 tight ends to the right. Play fake to Milton, handed off on the end around to McConkey with blocking. Ladd to the 30, changes directions. They grab him around the chest or the face mask. They throw the flag on it as they get him down on the 36. Not sure they grabbed his face mask, but we shall see. Pegues, the lineman, and Harris, a nose tackle on the stop. The gain right now is 11 and a first down. Might be a little bit more with a penalty. We shall see from referee Jason Autry.
There is no foul for a face mask. Both plays a first down.
Yeah, good no call there. We just saw it on the replay. Ladd, as he reversed field, player from Ole Miss, got up high, but grabbed his shoulder pads and kind of got locked in there, grazed off of his shoulder pad, but never locked on it.
That's a Scana Energy first down for the Dogs. 11-yard pickup to the 36. Georgia in red. Moving to our right. Amarius Mims is the right tackle in this series now. Next to Tate Ratledge, and we put Delp on the outside of them, the tight end. Play fake. Beck wants to throw down the middle. He's got a guy, Marcus Rosenby. Jack Saint makes the catch in Ole Miss territory, and they sling him down at the 42-yard line. Dejon Anthony, the safety for Ole Miss, makes the tackle, but not before MRJ picks up a Scana Energy first down at the 42.
Yeah, Marcus on a deep crossing route. We cleared it out with two posts over the top. Marcus running wide open. Good vision there, good decision, nice ball. Another good first down for the Dogs.
22-yard gain for the Dogs. On the move again. 4 receivers in the formation. Now we line up Bowers tight as he goes in short motion. Snap it back to Beck. He's got blocking in the backfield. Avoids the rush. Now steps up and runs. Beck to the 40. Beck to the 35. And tumbled down around the 33-yard line of Ole Miss. Pegues is the guy that got him. The senior from Oxford, Mississippi, and a transfer from Auburn. They put it on the 33-yard line. And that's a 9-yard run for Carson Beck, the Bulldogs quarterback, making it second and a yard to go.
Ole Miss brought pressure there. Dogs able to pick it up, but as the pocket was collapsing, forced Carson to move up in the pocket and found grass.
Kendall Milton's got a lot of grass. He's gone to the house. Touchdown just like that. 32 yards on the burst right up the middle. Carson Beck pumping his fist well behind the play. Huge hole on the right side, and Milton hit it like a tank and just sprinted for the end zone. It's 34-14 Dogs.
Just a zone run right behind the back of Cedric Van Pran and Tate Ratledge. And the Dogs' offensive front destroyed that of Ole Miss's. A huge hole for Kendall Milton to run through and not a white jersey in sight.
A Georgia touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Peyton Woodring, the freshman kicker, on to boot it through for the extra point try with 9:15 to go in the third quarter. Moat with the snap, Beck with the hold, and the placement, and the kick by Woodring is good. Georgia 35, Ole Miss 14. That's your brand new score in Athens tonight. Our second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. Back after this timeout on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Dos Equis knows Georgia game day is filled with iconic traditions. Hunkering down, the hedges, the dog walk. The pregame text to your ex for her dad's cable login so you and your buddy can stream the game even though you promised last season you were just about to get your own subscription. Whatever your game day ritual is, make sure you're doing it with a real one. Dos Equis. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023 Dos Equis. Imported by Cervantes Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield has everything you need to get ready for game day, from comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast. Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
When this is a crackling campfire, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of your cabinets cracking and smoldering following a fire that's damaged your entire kitchen, you need to call ServPro at 1-800-ServPro. Only the cleanup specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So call 1-800-ServPro when fire threatens your home or business. ServPro, fire and water cleanup and restoration. Independently owned and operated.
Hey, Georgia, it's John Crow. Want a chance to win $500 instantly just by playing Fantasy 5? Well, now through November 26th, that can happen. Just look for the prize symbol on your ticket and listen for this sound.
You're a winner.
Well, there you go. You just won $500 instantly. How cool is that? There'll be 150 winners every week. It could be you. It all happens now through November 26th. So go play during the Fantasy 5 $500 cash giveaway only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare Radio booth, Larry Munson broadcast suite. Final game for this vintage press box here at Sanford Stadium before we move upstairs to the high dollar area. Upstairs and down towards the end zone somewhere in that vicinity. Glad to have you along for Bulldogs football tonight, and it is 35-14. If in case you're just joining us, the Dogs out in front of Ole Miss. Georgia just went 75 yards in 4 plays in a minute and 48. Kendall Milton with his second touchdown run of the night, a 33-yard burst for the score, his 7th touchdown of the season. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Dogs already Eastern Division champions once again will play for another SEC title. They won their 14th last season. They'll try for number 15 in a few weeks as they take on Alabama. That matchup has already been determined. Alabama the West champs, Georgia the East champs. But still a few more miles to go in the regular season before we get there. Zirkle's kick will bounce short of the goal line and take a left turn into the end zone and bounce out the left side of the end zone for a touchback. And Ole Miss will get the ball once again on their own 25-yard line. 9:15 remaining third quarter, and Georgia up 3 touchdowns now. So what are you feeling, Z, if you're Ole Miss and all of a sudden you think you're in the ball game and you look up at the scoreboard and you're down 3 touchdowns?
Well, if you're Ole Miss, you know you can put a lot of points on the board. Expect them to really start to open this up.
Here's Dart with a toss to Judkins on the sweep. And he's hit at the 30 by Bullard on a low tackle around the knees. And they'll spot him falling forward to the 31-yard line. He got 6. 2nd down and 4. Rebels go with tempo here. Out of the pistol. Give it to Judkins. He almost made Ingram Dawkins miss, but he was able to dive as he gave him a cut, and he grabbed him around the legs along with C.J. Allen and Christian Miller. And Judkins stopped after a 1-yard gain to the 32.
And with this score, 35-14, the way that Ole Miss just kind of disregards 3rd down, they're going to go for it for 4th down as well. Count this as 2-down territory.
3rd and 3 for the Rebels on their own 32-yard line. Bentley's in the backfield, but they give it to one of the wide receivers trying to run to the near side. That's Jordan Watkins running with blocking this way. C.J. Allen pursued it nicely, the freshman linebacker, having a whale of the game. He's Georgia's leading tackler tonight. He makes that tackle short of the 1st down at the 33, so no gain on the play, or maybe just a yard.
Boy, what
4th down and 2 now, Z.
What a play by C.J. Allen. Ran through a blocker from Ole Miss, able to shed that block and make the tackle.
If they actually go for it here, they're up and in what looks like a victory formation. They run it to Bentley on a toss. He gets to the outside. Bentley with speed, chased out of bounds on the far side by C.J. Allen, but 2 flags back at the line of scrimmage on the play. Bentley bounced outside the numbers and had a lot of space to run in, but check the flags.
Illegal snap, offense for 56. 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
It was Reese McIntyre this time, the senior center from Buford, Georgia. And now Ole Miss will punt it away, apparently. We shall see. They've got Mazin on the field, but, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's 4th and long.
Well, you know that Georgia's going to be on the lookout for it. Now the fake punt last series.
Line of scrimmage is the 28. There's the snap. We come after it a little bit. Mazin gets it away. Not a long kick, but he's going to get a little bit of a bounce and a roll. Muse was unable to get up under that thing because it didn't have any hang time. It bounced on the 39 and rolled another 15 yards to the Georgia 24. So he gets good, and it'll look good in the scorebook. I know that. A 48-yard punt. But it found turf at the Georgia 39, and it had a kind Ole Miss roll down to the Bulldogs' 24-yard line. That's where Georgia will have it. The governor's office of highway safety says the penalty for getting a DUI can cost up to $10,000. That's why the governor's office of highway safety says drive sober so you won't get pulled over.
Dogs now 384 yards of total offense and equally as effective in the air and on the ground. 236 through the air, 148 on the ground.
Beck shotgun in the backfield with Milton, and Kendall will get the carry. Milton with a little bit of a hole as he angles to the right outside at tackle, crosses the 25, hit at the 29, and down there, Akilo Stone, a junior from Savannah, Georgia, defensive lineman for Ole Miss, hits him after a 5-yard pickup to the 29-yard line. 2nd down and 5 for the Bulldogs.
Kendall Milton running hard, running well tonight. Now 76 yards on the afternoon.
Yes, he is the leading carrier, leading rusher for the Dogs. Edwards comes in there with 50 yards. Now he's in the backfield with Beck on this play. Man in motion to the near side is Lovett. He'll line up in the slot to the right. Snap it back to Beck. He's got time. Quick throw. Caught by Lovett at the 34. Lovett spins towards the middle of the field, up the hash, and tackled at the 39 by Saunders, the nickel.
Good patient decision there by Beck, just coming to his check down Lovett. Pretty good coverage down the field.
Got 10 and a first down as the Dogs work with 6:15 to go, third quarter, and a 35-14 lead over number 9 Ole Miss. Defense crowds up on the line of scrimmage. 3 men in tight to the left for Georgia. Play fake to Edwards. Beck wants to throw. He throws it off to Dejan. Caught at the 42. Edwards to the 50. Into Ole Miss territory and tackled around the 44, but I think I saw flags come in as well. Flag back behind the tackle in the direction of the Georgia offense. And that one may come back as well. We shall see.
We're not sure what the flag was about.
Pass interference, offense for 19. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat, first down.
Kirby's complaining to the official about that. Was that pass behind the line of scrimmage?
No, I think the pass was beyond the line of scrimmage, but still we haven't seen a replay up here in the booth yet of what Brock did. You did see an Ole Miss defender hit the ground, so not sure if Brock threw him to the ground.
We're looking at a replay now. He just kind of shedded him. He was blocking, then he shedded and took off on his route.
Oh, except when he sheds, it looks really bad.
Yeah, you're right about that. Well, the end result is back to the original line of scrimmage, back all the way to the 24-yard line for the Dogs. And it's 1st and 25. Well, we get to take a little more time off the clock. That's the silver lining. Beck will throw it. Left side of the field. It's caught. Breaks a tackle. Delp, the tight end, still upright. And he finally goes out of bounds short of the 35. They never got him down. He ran through 2 tackles, but got out of bounds at the 33-yard line. And that's going to be a 9-yard pickup. He broke away from the safety, Anthony. And then it was Sistrunk that forced him into the boundary on that far side of the field.
Another smart decision there by Carson. Ole Miss very soft in coverage. 1st and 25, just getting as much depth as they can to not give up a cheap one.
2nd and 16, Georgia on our 33-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Edwards in the backfield. Beck goes over the middle. Caught by Lovett at the 49. Lovett to the 40. To the 35. Stiff arms a man at the 30. Still going and out of bounds on the far side of the field. Where? At the 24-yard line. Dominic Lovett broke away from Chris Graves and then just kept on running before he got out of bounds at the Ole Miss 24-yard line.
Ole Miss tried to bring nickel pressure. Dogs picked it up easily. Another deep crossing route, this time by Lovett. And then yards after the catch.
43 yards total on that quick strike from Beck.
Late hit, defense, number 3.
To Lovett, and then there you go.
Half the distance to the goal.
Tack 15 more on.
Automatic first down.
Jason Autry says the penalty on Anthony, the safety, for a late hit, and that'll put the Dogs squarely in the Massey-Ferguson red zone. Experience the straightforward, dependable tractors that will take you through the season strong. Ball's down on the Ole Miss 12-yard line now. Dogs threatening again, already leading 35-14. Trying to leave them mark and make them quit here in the third quarter.
Boy, are they ever.
Edwards takes the handoff. Big hole, follows his lineman and Brock Bowers into the hole, left tackle, and down to the 9-yard line before it's jammed up by Joshua Harris, a senior lineman, nose tackle for Ole Miss. He got 3 on the play. Second down, 7 to go for the Dogs inside the Ole Miss 10-yard line. Georgia offense kind of milling around up at the line of scrimmage, not in any particular hurry. Clock at 4:10, third quarter. Georgia trying to go up by 4 touchdowns here if they can jam it in the end zone once again. Edwards in the backfield to the left of Beck. He's in the shotgun. They throw a fade route to the right, and Rara's never going to get to that as it lands about 6 or 7 yards to his right towards the side of the end zone. Coaching staff and the crowd wanted an interference or a hold on that. They wouldn't let the defender over there, wouldn't let Rara Thomas get towards the football, and that was Prince, the cornerback, but no flag on the play.
Yeah, Rara got jammed up at the line of scrimmage. Pretty good job there by Ole Miss. Good coverage.
Clock stops with 3:58 on the incomplete pass. Third down, 7. Inside the Ole Miss 10. Van Pran snaps it back. It looked like we may have moved early. Beck throws a dart to the left side, incomplete, right inside the pylon. Trying to go to Rara Thomas there. That ball came in waist high and with some sizzle on it. There was a lot of contact, too. It's just called an incompletion, though. Zamari Walton, the senior corner on that side, in coverage. And that'll bring up fourth down now with the incomplete ball on that play.
Dogs had man-to-man outside. We tried the fade to the field side on the previous play. This time going to the boundary and try to go back shoulder. That ball thrown low, very tough to get. When you go back shoulder, you want to get it up a little bit higher so your receiver can just throw his hands up.
So instead of touchdown, we'll try a 27-yard field goal. Peyton Woodring will apply the pressure as he booms it through the uprights. Good. 27-yard field goal. That's 14 straight for Peyton. And with that good kick, the good hands at Allstate will contribute to the Georgia Bulldogs General Scholarship Fund. Thank you, Allstate. And thank you, Peyton Woodring. 3 more points for the Dogs. It's 38-14 Georgia with 3:50 to go in the quarter. We've got a timeout here at Sanford Stadium. Our second half is brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Again, Georgia 38, Ole Miss 14 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey, Georgia, let's get you covered. Do concerns about the cost keep you from getting the medical care you need? Does health coverage seem confusing? Georgia Access is our state's way for all residents to find quality, affordable health insurance. At georgiaaccess.gov, you can explore a variety of plans that meet your needs and budget and find information about financial assistance. You may qualify for low-cost or no-cost coverage. Open enrollment begins November 1st. Visit georgiaaccess.gov today to learn more. Georgia Access. Your health, your way. Proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
The second consecutive national title.
Your home for the 2-time defending champs. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ring, ring. No, that's not my phone. Just the bling on my fingers, baby. Ring, ring. Neil Honda Williamson here for Breda Pest Management, proud sponsor of the Bulldogs. I've used Breda for over a decade now, and our house is bug-free and critter-free always. Give Breda a call and keep your home free from bugs and critters. No need to be afraid of bugs. Breda Pest Management, BREDA pest.com.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
The holidays are always hectic, but with the BMW i5 and iX, you can make them 100% electric. Make every journey a thrill with the cutting-edge driver technology in the BMW iX. Or step into the first ever BMW i5 with its dynamic performance and iconic presence. Find your ultimate 100% electric BMW at the Electric BMW Road Home Sales Event and turn the holidays from hectic to electric. BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
We welcome you back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Georgia adds 3 more to its count. 38-14 is the score now. Peyton Woodring with a 27-yard field goal, an 8-play, 67-yard drive on the field goal score. 3 minutes and 31 seconds. That's the 18th field goal made by Woodring this season, and that's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. So Z Hondo tells me Ole Miss, in their first 3 drives of the game, compiled 185 yards of offense. Since then, since the first 3, 41 since then, and most of that on a 24-yard run on a fake punt by Mazin, the punter. So their offense is in a quagmire thanks to Georgia's defensive play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. There was a point in time in this game, too, where Ole Miss had run 28 plays to Georgia's 9. That's now evened up, essentially.
Kick return by Bentley as Zirkle's kick comes down inside the 10. Bentley straight up the far hash, across the 25 to the 27-yard line before he's stopped. He had a full head of steam there, and Georgia jammed it up with Marcus Rosemy-Jack-Saint. 1st and 10, Ole Miss. Their center's already got his hand on the football, ready to go at the 27-yard line. 3:44 remaining third quarter. 2 receivers to this side, near side for Dart. They go empty. 3 receivers to the short side, right. Dart with time, now forced out of the pocket, roams to the right. One of our defenders falls down. Then Dart is hit from the left and the right by Everett from one side, and one of our linemen, Logue, from the other. And Logue going to be slow to get up, as is Dart. He's still on the turf. He got sandwiched as he crossed the 35-yard line. Georgia's got a man down. Ole Miss has got a man down. And the game will stop with 3:31 here in the third quarter.
As we check on both of those players, Dogs actually against that empty look had a spy on Dart. It was C.J. Allen. He came in on the delayed blitz and slipped. He was the defender that fell down, allowing Dart to get outside.
So each team tending to their player. Again, Logue injured on the tackle. He was in on part of it. And Dart, who was the recipient of that, also still on the turf, slow to get up. Now Logue is up and will jog off under his own power. And a pretty good jog at that from the far side of the field back to the huddle. Dart still down and being tended to. Georgia football is brought to you by your Atlanta area BMW centers. At BMW, they only make one thing, the ultimate driving machine. Visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics, and go Dogs.
Boy, that was a shot that Jackson Dart took. I think it was Dylan Everett that came in from the side and hit him right in the side of the helmet while he was getting sandwiched.
He is right on the sideline being tended to. Now they've got him sitting up and maybe asking him, do you know where you are? Those kind of questions. Now he's going to have help getting up to his feet. And we will likely see the backup quarterback, Spencer Sanders, a senior from Denton, Texas, come into the ball game. He's a transfer from Oklahoma State. And he will be in the ball game. He might be the only guy in those white uniforms with a clean uniform at this point. Dogs will try to get it dirty here on second down. Second down and 2 for Ole Miss from the 35. Sanders will hand it off after a shotgun snap. Judkins runs it straight ahead. And not a lot there. He may have gotten a yard. just across the 35 to the 36. There wasn't much at all there for Ole Miss. It's 3rd and 1 for the Rebels just across their 35-yard line. And now flags all over the place as Ole Miss moved early again.
Boy, we see it time after time, game after game. Dogs late shift with their defensive line that causes the offensive line to jump.
Penalty makes 3rd down.
That was the center again. They've had 3 violations on their center tonight. That's a little bit unusual. Reese McIntyre lost his balance, the senior from Buford, Georgia. Back him up to the 30, or just across the 30. So it's 3rd down and a long 6, maybe 7 to go for a 1st down for the Rebels. Ball's on the far hash. They're trying to move to the left. Spencer will throw it on an angle to the near side, going low and trying to scoop it is Trey Harris. But Spencer Sanders throws an incomplete ball. It was off the hands low of the intended target, Trey Harris, who's been very quiet tonight. This after collecting 213 yards on 11 catches in their win against Texas A&M last week.
Dogs only rushed 3 there. Actually had a couple of different spies on that one just to guard against any kind of quarterback run. Kamari Lassiter, excellent coverage against the slant.
4th and 6. They'll put Mazin on the field and kick it away. They punt it to Mekhi Muse, far sideline at the 23. Straight up the field, Mekhi cuts at the 30. Still on his feet, 40. Crosses midfield, flags down behind the play before Muse is stopped in Ole Miss territory at the 44-yard line of the Rebels. But, again, a flag back behind the play at the 31-yard line. Probably going to come back again.
Yeah, I think that was a block in the back. So a good return there by
holding. Return team number 27. Penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. It'll be 1st down, Georgia.
And that one goes on Arian Smith, wearing number 27 on the special teams unit. 46-yard punt. And tack on a penalty against the Dogs. And they'll put it down at the Georgia 21-yard line with 2:38 to go in the 3rd quarter.
5 penalties now on the Dogs for the afternoon. Ole Miss has got 8.
That's not helping their cause.
No, it's not.
Georgia leads it 38-14. We've punted once. We've thrown 1 interception. Then the rest of the time we've been scoring. Beck in the shotgun, hands it off to Edwards. Dejan behind the line looking for daylight. Not much there. They grab him right at just beyond the line of scrimmage and throw him back on his back at the 23-yard lines where he'll be given forward progress. Kyrie Coleman, the middle linebacker, senior from New Orleans, with the stop for the Rebels. Coleman, one of their many transfers on the roster. He's a transfer from TCU.
Boy, and Dejan, that one looked ugly. Got his feet tangled up and just got bent all the way backwards.
Ball closer to the 24 after that run, so give Dejan 3, 2nd and 7. Beck to throw. Man-to-man coverage. They're holding Bowers. Come on.
Wow, I can't believe there's no flag on that.
Incomplete ball. Yeah, there should have been a flag, and everybody in the stadium saw it. But the officials aren't going to pull the flag out of the waistband. I mean, look at the replay. My goodness.
I mean, he was getting tackled, essentially, as he was going down. That
Anthony had his left arm pinned while Brock was trying to leap in the air and make a catch with the right arm, and no flag on that. Wow. Incomplete pass, 3rd down and 7, Georgia on our 24. We bring Lovett in motion. 3 receivers to the right for Beck with Milton in the backfield. Carson now will run. Beck to the 25, to the 30, 35, 40, and he slides there. He picked up the 1st down. He knew he had it, and then he gets up. And just in case Ole Miss didn't know it, he indicates 1st down. They'll move the ball to the 38-yard line. That's where his slide began, although he ended up across the 40. So Beck with the scrambles, he gets the 1st down at the 38.
Absolutely. Ole Miss showed pressure there, ended up only rushing 3, dropping 8. Great recognition again by Carson. He's done that a couple of times today in critical situations where he's pulled it down, had plenty of green grass in front of him. This time finds enough to pick up the 1st down and keep the chains moving.
He got 14 on that scurry. Bowers comes out. Delp in the game now. Milton shifts behind Beck to his right. Kendall will get the handoff, runs it left tackle. Milton 40, Milton 50, crosses midfield to the 40, to the 30. They're racing down the middle of the field, and Ole Miss is going to catch him inside the 20. Inside the 15, as a matter of fact, where they finally caught him at the 11.
Boy, just another zone run and a crease opened up by that big offensive line. Fairchild threw a big block to spring Kendall Milton, and once again, number 2 off to the races. Have yourself a night.
Nothing fancy about it, Z. Just right up the gut. Huge hole to run through, and Milton used his speed for a 51-yard gain inside the Massey Ferguson red zone. First and 10, Dogs on the 11. Less than 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Beck, shotgun snap, toss it to the short side. Dejon Edwards, he'll take it inside the 10. They wrap him up around the 8-yard line with Ivy, the defensive end. And that may be the last play of the quarter. It will. Dogs on the doorstep of another score inside the Ole Miss 10 at the 8. After the 3-yard run by Dejon Edwards. So 15 minutes to go. They're going to light up Sanford Stadium, and we'll enjoy it while you enjoy this. Our second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. It's the Dogs 38 and the Ole Miss Rebels 14. Back in a moment on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. Now as the weather is beginning to cool and our run for the SEC Championship is heating up, we turn our attention to the #1 new craft beer in Georgia this year, Creature Comforts Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA. This easy drinking, bright and citrusy IPA is the perfect beer to enjoy while watching the #1 team in college football, your Georgia Bulldogs. Bigger Dreams is available now at retailers everywhere. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Champions drink responsibly.
Kohl's is making early holiday shopping so easy, and I need to talk about it. I just went and saved $10 off because I spent over $50. Then I saved even more cash while crossing gifts off my list, like JBL headphones at $24.99, Barbie dolls at 25% off, and got women's PJs for under $25 with a 20% coupon. Plus, I earned Kohl's cash. So hurry to Kohl's and thank me later. Select styles, JBL and Barbie coupons do not apply. $10 off, $25 offer valid November 11th, 20% offer valid November 18th. Some exclusions apply. See storekohls.com for details.
Hey Malachi.
Yeah, Brock, what's up?
What's your favorite thing about being an Associated Credit Union member?
You know what, Brock? That's a great question. I love ACU's Peach Pass Auto Loan. ACU circled me with a low rate auto loan and a $100 Peach Pass credit.
That's cool. How do I learn more?
You can find out more and become a member today by visiting acuonline.org/peachpass.
Associated Credit Union, where anyone in Georgia
can live, bank, and grow.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite. Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Healthcare radio booth here at Sanford Stadium. Let's wrap up the third quarter with this recap presented by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. Loans for land and farms. Dogs dominant in the third quarter. Georgia scored all 10 points in the quarter. Ole Miss came up with a goose egg. Georgia with 221 yards of offense in the third. Ole Miss only 41 yards. The Dogs rushed for 137, 40 for the Rebels, and we threw for another 84. Only 1 yard passing for Ole Miss in that third quarter. So the Dogs tack on 10 more in the third period, looking to add a few more here as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. The Dogs will start the period on the Ole Miss 8-yard line. It'll be second down and 7 from the Ole Miss 8. They can get a first down at the 1. 38-14 is our score. Dogs trying to go to 10-0 on the season with 15 minutes in front of them before they can get to that point.
Yeah, after the first couple of drives of this football game, the Georgia defense flexed its muscle and the offense just kept rolling.
Milton in the backfield with Beck. We break the huddle. Bowers a wing to the left. Motion man is Bell. Play fake. Beck keeps it and nowhere to go. Ole Miss defended it well, and Beck just slides feet first at the 7-yard line. And they may bring it back to the line of scrimmage. They will. I say he started his slide at the 8. He tried to bounce outside to the right after the play fake, and Ole Miss had 2 or 3 white shirts out there to defend the edge.
We were trying to slip Brock Bowers out of the backfield into the flat, but Brock got caught up with a couple of Ole Miss defenders, and Carson got outside with nobody to throw it to.
3rd down and 7 from the 8. Dogs driving to the west end zone. 3 receivers tight to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Now we move Bowers in motion. Put him a little bit closer to the end of the line. Beck will throw it into the end zone. There's Bowers. Touchdown right under the goalpost. 8-yard touchdown strike, Brock.
Boy, a couple of weeks ago, you weren't sure if he was going to make his way back, but he has been full speed and ready to go tonight. Little inside skinny post and left Ole Miss defenders frozen.
Bowers with his 3rd catch of the night. His first touchdown. 2nd touchdown pass of the evening for Carson Beck. And it's 44-14 with the point after on the way. That touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. Woodring's point after try right into the net, protecting the west end zone. And it's 45-14 Dogs with 14:12 to go in the game. Timeout in Athens, our second half, brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Back after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2023 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through December 5th, 2023. $0 for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $29.04 monthly payment for $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Statistically, the world is losing color. Just consider all white kitchens, beige baby nurseries, a sea of gray cars. But in the hundreds of destinations Delta flies to, you can rediscover color in the bright blue waters of Hawaii, the emerald green hills of Scotland, the berry pink cherry blossoms of Tokyo, and so much more. Sometimes, opening your world is all it takes to open your mind. Which is why, when you fly Delta, your potential takes off when you do. Delta, proud to be the official airline of the Georgia Bulldogs.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
7 more for the Dogs as we welcome you back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth. Brock Bowers, 8-yard touchdown reception. 7-play, 79-yard drive and 328. The Bowers catch for the score caps it. That's his 25th career touchdown reception. He's 5 away from the all-time Georgia record. That's his 163rd career catch. He has 3 of those tonight. That's the Georgia Metals drive summary from a doghouse to a dog's house. Georgia Metals has got you covered. 45-14. Dogs are wearing out the Ole Miss Rebels. Back over 300 yards again this season. .306 tonight, 18 of 25, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Zirkle to kick it away to our left. He jams his foot into this one. It'll come down about 2 yards deep in the end zone, and he'll just walk away from it. Bentley standing on the goal line, lets it bounce and become a touchback for Ole Miss, and they'll start at the 25 with most of the fourth quarter remaining. 14-12 in the game, but it's all Dogs right now, 45-14.
And still no Jackson Dart. Sanders in and replacing him after the big hit that was levied on him last series.
Spencer Sanders, transfer from Oklahoma State, hands it off to Bentley. Bentley trying to get to the edge left side, runs out of real estate and into the Ole Miss sideline, chased out of bounds on that far side by the linebacker Allen and Dan Jackson. C.J. Allen having a whale of a game for the freshman from Barnesville, Georgia. Got 2 yards to the 27, and they'll run it again, this time in more of a straight line right up the field, pushing across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Got 6. Allen again, another stop. Marvin Jones, the linebacker, also in on the tackle. It's 3rd down and 2 for Ole Miss.
Still a quarter to play, but surprising that Ole Miss has only thrown the football through 3 quarters of play 18 times. 10 out of 18 as a team.
Out of the pistol with a man in motion to the near side. They'll hand it off again. Bentley bouncing outside, breaking a couple of tackles. Everett runs him out of bounds on the far side, but slides off as Bentley was still running, but stepped out of bounds at the 39-yard line. He got 6 and a first down. Move the sticks for the Rebels. They're on their own 39 on the far hash, moving to our right to the east end zone here at Sanford Stadium. Hand it off again up the middle. This time, nothing doing, as big Jordan Hall, the freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, penetrated into the backfield and makes the tackle at the 39. Lost about 6 or 7 inches or so. No gain is what they call it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 as the Dogs substitute 4 new players on defense.
Boy, Dogs go 3 deep on the defensive line, and all you see are 5 stars.
Snap was a little bit high. Sanders pulls it down with one hand. Handed it off to Judkins this time. Judkins back in the game, and the timing was blown up on that play as Tyke Smith makes the tackle again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that carry by Judkins.
Boy, Sanders fortunate that ball wasn't on the turf. Nice one-handed grab, even though the timing of the play was blown up.
They've only let him throw 1 time so far. Here it's 3rd and 9.5 from the 39. He's going to throw here, maybe. Sanders escapes the pocket. He runs laterally. Now he throws, completes the pass to the tight end who was open at the 50. That's Prescorn. We haven't heard from him in a while. Javon Bullard on the tackle. Dogs almost got Sanders. Couldn't close the deal, though. He escaped the pocket, scrambled to the right, and found an open man. Tackled at the 46-yard line of Georgia. And that's a 15-yard gain. Another high snap, bobbled by Sanders, but he's able to collect it. Now tries to just run with it. And that means running straight ahead, and there's not much there in the middle of the line of scrimmage to the 45, stopped by Ingram Dawkins. So the center and Sanders aren't in sync with one another on the snap. He got a yard. It's 2nd down and 9 at the Georgia 45. That snap a little better. They hand it off to Judkins. He angles right quickly. Full sprint, a nasty collision at the 40 with Dan Jackson.
Boy, great closing speed there by Dan Jackson. Was sitting back in his cover 2 look. Nice run by Judkins. Looked like he had a little bit of room, and then out of nowhere, here comes 17.
He got 6 to the 40. 3rd down and 4 to go for the Rebels on the Georgia 40-yard line, trailing by a bunch, 45-14, 4th quarter. Play fake. Sanders wants to throw. They got single coverage on the far side. Did he catch that ball? Wow. Oh, my goodness. Dayton Wade with an acrobatic one-handed catch. Dalen Everett was wrapped all over him, caught it right on the sideline at the 17. Amazing catch by the Ole Miss wide receiver.
Boy, he went up with one hand, laid out, and brought that in with just his right hand.
My goodness. Quick throw, Sanders with a little tempo from the offense, caught at the 11. Everett again in coverage on the tackle. They'll spot it at the 12 instead. Dayton Wade again. Man, on that previous catch, I mean, all he had left was a fingernail to try to catch it. He had that arm all the way out and caught it with one hand. Second down, Rebels. Sanders going to keep it after a play fake. Run to the right. He runs into 3 red shirts, and we wallop him at the 12-yard line.
Or just nowhere.
Jay Allen first, and then Chambliss, our linebacker, second. And there's a Georgia player down on the opposite side from where the tackle was made. We tried to stretch it out. Chambliss was taking on the block of the tight end. They were really stretching it out to the sideline, and the quarterback Sanders cut inside, and that's when he got clobbered by a pair of linebackers. We've got an injury timeout. One of the Georgia players shaken up. 9:48 remaining in the ball game. It's all Dogs tonight. 45-14. Number 2 Georgia leading number 9 Ole Miss. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial, serving our neighbors since 1941. We'll be returned to Sanford Stadium right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Do you call the dogs in your sleep? See bulldogs in the clouds? Never wear orange and blue together? If so, there's no better way to show your Dog Nation pride than with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about the Bulldogs, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military, go to attorneyKenNugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Attention Georgia Bulldogs football fans. Napa is here to help you hit the road this season. As a proud partner of University of Georgia football, Napa helps you tackle tough projects. With a network of nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers nationwide. So whenever your mean machine is coming down the track, know that the Napa network has your back.
Napa! Your morning shave with Barbasol is a time for self-reflection. Look in that mirror and ask yourself, can I make a real difference in this world? Of course you can. Just not today. There's football on. Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. Ever just want to start over? Take a mulligan in life? With a smooth, clean Barbasol shave, every day is a clean slate. So who cares if you put all your money in crypto and called your boss an idiot? Start fresh with Barbasol. It's a can of can-do.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, as the injured player for Georgia was Jonathan Jefferson, a defensive lineman from Douglasville, Georgia. He was able to get off the field. Let's pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
9:48 remaining in the game. Third down, Ole Miss. They're at the Georgia 12-yard line. Third down and 5. And ready to go. Backup quarterback Spencer Sanders in the game after an earlier injury to Jackson Dart. Sanders directing this entire drive. He talks to his line. Empty set. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left. High snap again. They tried to run a jet sweep. It looked like Sanders had trouble with the snap. It almost sailed over his head. He catches it and then tries to get what he can, and it's not much. He runs to the left and is tackled right there at the 12 by Walker. And who was the other guy? It was Jalen Walker and Michael Williams for the Dogs. And they stop him right at the line of scrimmage, and Ole Miss will try for a field goal here on 4th down from the 12-yard line, 4th and 5.
And again, fortunate that ball wasn't on the ground for the Ole Miss Rebels. Nearly every play, Sanders having to go up high to retrieve the snap.
Caden Davis right in front of the uprights, 30-yard try. The kick is good as he sails it through the uprights to our right into the east end zone, and Ole Miss on the board again for the first time in a while. It's 45-17 now with 8:50 to go after the 30-yard field goal. And a timeout here in Athens. Fourth quarter. Middling along here. Our second half brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Visit 1ffc.com to learn more. Again, 45-17, Georgia leading the Rebels on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hey Bulldogs fans, a cleaner, shinier ride starts at Zips Car Wash this holiday season during Zips Car Wash's annual gift card sale. Save up to 25% off your gift card purchases when you buy online or in-store today. And it's never been a better time to go unlimited. Zips Unlimited can now be purchased online at zipscarwash.com. Give the gift of shine with annual prepaid memberships or treat yourself to a year of shine, now available only on zipscarwash.com. Zips Car Wash, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Everyone deserves to smile like a champion, and Smile Doctors Orthodontics is here to help you, Dogs fans. Smile Doctors accepts most insurance on customized braces and Invisalign treatment plans with in-office financing and 0% interest, so anyone can get the confident smile they've always wanted. With some of the country's leading orthodontists ringing the bell all over Bulldog Nation, it's easy to find a clinic near you. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit SmileDoctors.com today and book your free consult. That's SmileDoctors.com for Smile Doctors Orthodontics. And go Dogs!
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO. Our Georgia Bulldogs have shown us what happens when a great team pulls together. At Pruitt Health, our team helps you recover from surgery or a major health event. Nurses, therapists, a whole team dedicated to giving people the personalized care they need. Come join the Pruitt Health team. Email hireme@pruitthealth.com. That's hireme@pruitthealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
Back inside the Piedmont Healthcare radio booth, fourth quarter. Ole Miss with a scoring drive, a 29-yard field goal. This drive was 13 plays, 63 yards in 5 minutes and 22 seconds, making the score 45-17. That's your Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. Ole Miss to kick it away now with Caden Davis, the man who just made the field goal, transfer from Texas A&M. He's a senior. He'll kick it off from left to right from the 35. Kicks this one up high, hanging end over end, going to come down at the 3. Georgia calls for the fair catch with Dylan Bell, and will take it at the 25 on the touchback. Let's go down to the sidelines. DJ Shockley's got something for us. It's brought to you by attorney Ken Nugent. Shock.
Hey, fellas, so throughout the game, I get a chance to just talk to some of the guys, and I'm, asking them what's going on. I'm talking to Tate Rowledge a few minutes ago, and I'm like, why was it so easy to run the ball? They just plain and simple up front. He said, no, they did a lot of twisting and moving, but we knew every single time what they were doing. So it makes sense why the run game was going, because they knew exactly what was happening.
We've got a lot of reserves in the game now, as Brock Vandegrift is the quarterback. He'll hand it off, and we will run it straight ahead with Andrew Paul, freshman running back, from the 25 to the 32. He picks up 7 yards. And it was Jeremiah Jean-Baptiste on the tackle, linebacker for Ole Miss. Dogs taking their time with 8:25 to go in the game, leading comfortably 45-17.
Quite the afternoon for Carson Beck. He was 18 for 25, 306 yards, 2 touchdowns. Had the 1 interception there right at halftime.
Snap back to Vandegrift. Give it to Paul again. Runs the left side of the line of scrimmage. Ole Miss wraps him up right around the 35-yard line. He got 3. Harris, the nose tackle, on the stop with a bear hug of Andrew Paul. We've got Micah Morris in at one guard. He's wearing the 77 tonight. Monroe Freeling is the left tackle. And Jared Wilson in the middle as the center. Who else we got in there? Marius Mims is at right tackle. So a lot of reserves on the field right now. And the Dogs letting that clock tick away. It's at 10 seconds. We break the huddle quickly. And snap it back to Vandegrift. Hand it off to Paul. He breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Angles to the right. Outside the blocking of Bobo. And no, that's Lindbergh, at right tackle. And Fairchild is the guard on that side. And Paul up across the 45 to the 46. Gain of 11. And a Scana Energy first down here in the fourth quarter with 7:05 to go.
Boy, quick burst there by Paul, able to get outside of containment, stuck his foot in the ground, and just took off. Nice run.
3 receivers to the left for Brock Vandegrift. Lucky the tight end, Evans, and Denilan Morissette on this left side. Roderick Robinson is in the game. And here goes Big Rod, across midfield, 40, 30, near sideline, 20, all the way down inside the 20, finally out of bounds. Where are they going to spot him out? Around the 18, I think. Roderick Robinson with a big Scana Energy first down run. He's another one of those ankle surgery guys. 36 yards on the run for 0.
Boy, just a quick toss sweep. Had about 3 or 4 big offensive linemen for Georgia out in front, and another gash run for the Dogs.
To the 18 and into the Massey-Ferguson red zone, and Ole Miss with a player shaken up. I believe that's Anthony, the safety. He's trotting back towards the Ole Miss sideline, accompanied by one of their trainers. But he's going to get off the field okay. He's the one that swept Robinson out of bounds on this near sideline. But the Dogs in the Massey-Ferguson red zone looking for more with this backup group on the Ole Miss 18 with 6:23 to go. Ball's on the near hash. We're moving towards the west end zone. Robinson in the backfield with Vandegrift. We bring Lucky in motion to the near side. Play fake. Brock throws it. Short dump pass to the left side of the motion man. Lucky, the tight end. And he's tumbled out of bounds on this near sideline, right around the 13-yard line. Tackled by Sistrunk, the linebacker.
We brought Lucky in motion. We were in a trips formation, brought him into a slot formation. Then he crossed the line of scrimmage, quick flat route.
We got Sperlin in the game as a tight end. Cash Jones is in the backfield now. And 2nd down and 5 coming up after the 5-yard gain. Snap to Vandegrift. Hand it to Cash. Jones starts to the left. He cuts back behind the blocking. Cuts back to the right for positive yardage. Tackled inside the 10 at the 9 by Xavier Harris. Sophomore from Canton, Mississippi for the Rebels. And the Dogs are close to the first down. It's going to be 3rd and about a yard.
Boy, just another great push by the offensive line. And I think you go back where it was a track meet early in the first quarter. The difference in this game is the Dogs on both lines of scrimmage just took the football game over, and it continues even now as we've got 2nd and 3rd string guys in the game.
Cash rushed for 4 yards on that carry. Give it to Paul now. Andrew Paul back in the game. Trying to get the first down on 3rd and a yard to go. And he tried to step over blockers at the 9. I'm not sure if he got there. We shall see. No, he's short. It's going to be 4th down there.
Draw's going to keep the offense on the field, try to chew up some more clock.
4th down at the 9. Short by about a full yard. Can they get it on 4th down? Ole Miss jumped. Vandegrift throws it to the end zone. Incomplete. They were holding the receiver in the end zone. With the pass, that was Meeks trying to go to him. There are flags all
Offside.
over the field.
Defense number 51. Penalties after this is the goal. Results in a first down.
So Harris bought the hard count for Ole Miss, jumps offside, and Georgia picks up the first down via the penalty. And it'll be 1st and goal for the Dogs, as the center judge will put the ball down just inside the 5-yard line. Dogs trying to get past the half-century mark here against the Rebels with 4:17 to go. It's 45-17.
Boy, pretty impressive afternoon for Georgia. Ole Miss comes in number 9 in the country. Highly touted offense. A defense that could get after the quarterback with 31 sacks, and just been all red and black tonight.
Drew Bobo's in at right guard now for Georgia. Vandergrift, the quarterback. Paul to his right in the backfield. Toss it to Paul with blocking. Paul, 5, 3, 1. Touchdown! Andrew Paul in the end zone for another score.
Another toss sweep to the outside. You've got 4 or 5 blockers that are pulling with the toss sweep. Ole Miss, just no answer.
That puts the Dogs over 50 for the night. 51, as a matter of fact. And that's Andrew Paul's second touchdown of the year. And the point after try is forthcoming. Peyton Woodring on. Carson Beck back out to hold for Woodring. They'll try to kick it into the net in the west end zone. Snap, hold, kick. Good. 52-17. Dogs putting on an extra layer tonight on the Ole Miss Rebels. 4:12 to go in the ballgame here at Sanford Stadium. We've got a timeout here between the hedges. Our second half tonight brought to you by First Franklin Financial. Go see the friendly Franklin folks at one of their convenient Georgia locations. Timeout in Athens. We'll come back for the finish. 4:12 remaining. Georgia walloping Ole Miss tonight, 52-17 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
I'm attorney Ken Nugent, and I'm here with legendary Georgia Bulldog quarterback and radio host Buck Ballou.
Ken and I are teaming up to give back to the brave men and women of our military. Ken's going to donate $500 to one member of the military every Bulldog football game this season.
If you're a member of the military, go to attorneykennugent.com to enter.
And somebody's going to win $500 every game.
One click.
That's it.
Ken Nugent, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Whether you're coming to visit the Classic City to renew old friendships, have a wedding, visit your UGA student, or simply have fun, award-winning Hotel Indigo is the only hotel that delivers a world-class and upscale boutique experience in all of Athens. At Hotel Indigo, you'll delight in our newly reimagined property that highlights Athens' most sophisticated and relaxing accommodations. Hotel Indigo Athens continues to be the choice of the discriminating traveler who demands the very best that America's greatest college town has to offer. Visit IndigoAthens.com to book your reservation today.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Lease a new 2023 Toyota RAV4 LE for $319 a month for 24 months, plus $500 holiday bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through December 5th, 2023. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3618 due at signing, plus $500 bonus cash. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fee. See dealer for details.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
52-17, Georgia laying it on Ole Miss tonight with 4:12 to go. As we take a look at the Georgia Metals drive summary after that last scoring drive by the Dogs, a 4-yard touchdown run by Andrew Paul caps an 8-play 75-yard drive in 4:38. Peyton Woodring applies the point after, and just like that, it's 52-17. That is the Georgia Metals drive summary. From a doghouse to a dog's house, Georgia Metals has got you covered. And that Paul touchdown brought to you by Engineered Solutions of Georgia, proud partner of the Bulldogs. Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional, hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Some of the sold-out crowd starting to filter out now with 4:12 to play. Last home game of the year at Sanford Stadium. We'll close the regular season with back-to-back road games and then an SEC championship game in December against Alabama. That has been determined. Georgia, champions of the East earlier today by virtue of Tennessee's loss at Missouri, but the Dogs kicking in the front door of that championship. They are going to go into it with a victory on their own. And they'll face Alabama again for the conference title in a few weeks. Tennessee next week in Knoxville, a 3:30 game at Neyland Stadium. and we close out the regular season at Georgia Tech. Ole Miss football on their 25-yard line. And they'll play fake and throw to the tight end. It's complete at the 40. He's hit squarely in the back. Hudson Wolf got clobbered by David Daniel Sisavon right in the low back. Ouch.
Quick seam route there by Wolf. Play action drew up the Georgia linebackers, but good job by Wolf of holding onto that football. He took a shot.
He did. He got 18 yards the hard way. Sanders put it on him. Sanders, the quarterback, snap a little low this time. Play fake. Sanders will keep it. He's running straight up the field over the logo into Dogs territory and tackled at the 41-yard line.
Ole Miss still going hurry up right now, trying to play for a little bit of pride.
Bring it back to the 42. He got 14 and a first down. Matt Jones is the new back, and he gets the carry, his first of the game. He'll angle to the left into the Ole Miss sideline. He got positive yards, out of bounds at the Georgia 33-yard line. Chased into the Ole Miss bench area, another first down. Nope, second and short. He didn't quite get it all. Second and a yard, or maybe even less, at the Georgia 33. Got 9 on the play. Jones play fake. Quarterback keeps it. Sanders will get the first down. Running straight down the hash mark inside the 30, tackled at the 28-yard line. 5 and a first down. Ole Miss moving with 2:50 to go. Jordan Hall makes the stop. We got Jarrett in the game as one of our defensive linemen, one of the freshmen. Also Gabe Harris on that front line. Griffin now the carrier for Ole Miss, trying to bounce out to the left side towards the Ole Miss sideline. And bumped out of bounds on the far side of the field by Mpemba, and I think Harris may have gotten a piece of that as well. He was in the vicinity at the 24, 4-yard gain for Ole Miss.
Good job by the Dogs of stretching that play out, forcing it into the sideline.
2nd and 6, Rebels on the Dogs 24. Play fake, Sanders to throw. Single coverage right corner, and a lot of bumping and grinding and hand fighting, but incomplete in the end zone. Just inside the right pylon. Daniel Harris in coverage for Georgia against Braylon Brown, a sophomore receiver. Harris, a freshman from Miami for the Dogs on this side of the field. And the pass is incomplete, brings up 3rd down and 6 with 2:08 remaining in the game. As the Ole Miss offense will go back to work here quickly, trying to get what they can and salvage something in a 52-17 game right now.
The referees have forfeited the ability to call any pass interference after the non-call on Brock.
Matt Jones runs through the line of scrimmage, tried to duck under. We had one guy kind of grabbing at his back, trying to lift him up by the chest. That was Jamal Jarrett, the freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina. They stopped Jones around the 21. Mpemba, the linebacker, and Terrell Foster, another linebacker, come from 2 different sides to make the stop. It's going to be 4th down for the Rebels, 4th and 3. He got 3 on that run by Jones. So 4th down for the Rebels, just outside the Georgia 20. Sanders wants to throw it to the left. He runs that way, and we chase him. He curls back around and just chunks it into green territory on the right side around the 20-yard line. He had a couple of white shirts in the vicinity. Jam Griffin, running back, was one of them, but the ball is incomplete, and it goes over on downs to Georgia. Troy Bowles, a freshman linebacker with good pursuit on Sanders, the quarterback, made him circle way back behind the line of scrimmage and throw it wildly incomplete. Dogs will take over with 1:27 to go. The Champions for Charity game is on every time the Dogs win. Camp Twin Lakes, Annandale Village, and Children's Healthcare of Atlanta win, because Walton Gas will donate $1,000 to these local charities for every regular season win. And for every bowl game the Dogs win, Walton Gas will donate $5,000. Everyone's a winner with Walton Gas. 1:27 to go. Dogs will take a snap here with Vandegrift again. He'll hand it off. And that's Roderick Robinson. Starts to the right, comes back this way down the line, and Ole Miss will stop him at the line of scrimmage at the 22-yard line. Quick check of the Merriweather and Tharp scoreboard. Merriweather and Tharp, the Atlanta divorce team. LSU 38, Florida 28 at last report. That was a third-quarter score. We got Texas A&M 48-10 on Mississippi State in the third. Texas laying it on TCU 26-6 in the third quarter. Earlier winners today included Missouri over Tennessee. Alabama beat Kentucky. Florida State outlasted Miami 27-20. And Clemson destroyed Georgia Tech 42-21. Here it's 52-17. Dogs will run it with less than a minute to go, and that will be the last play. Andrew Paul just running it straight up the middle and stopped short of the 30-yard line. We don't have to take another snap. That's the final snap of the ball game. As we wrap this one up with a quarter update, brought to you by Ag South, Ag Georgia, and Southwest Georgia Farm Credit. Loans for land and farm. Some final numbers for you. 610 yards of total offense for the Dogs. That's their highest number this season. 352 for Ole Miss. The Dogs ran for over we didn't quite get to 300. There we did. Now they just changed it. 300 yards rushing, 311 passing. How about that? Plenty more numbers for you coming up in the postgame as the Dogs are winners here tonight over the Ole Miss Rebels in a top 10 matchup. But look at the scoreboard. Doesn't look like a top 10 matchup. 52-17. Dogs dominate Ole Miss and improve to 10-0. And the winning just keeps on going for the Dogs. That's 27 straight wins now. 43 out of the last 44. 25 straight home victories. That is a Georgia record now. 37 straight regular season wins. 26 straight SEC regular season wins. And on and on and on. Final score, 52-17. Dogs a winner over Ole Miss. Stay tuned. Post-game coverage straight ahead here on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Neil Pruitt, Chairman and CEO of Pruitt Health. We believe family makes us stronger. Pruitt Health has served families and communities throughout the Southeast for more than 50 years. If you're looking for skilled nursing, home health, or hospice care, count on our caregivers to provide the personalized plan your loved one needs. Learn more. Visit PruittHealth.com. Pruitt Health is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs.
When choosing a natural gas provider, look out for blitzes, tricky schemes, or formations meant to distract you, like introductory rates, hidden fees, and poor customer service. Walton Gas knows that customer satisfaction is about having more than a great rate. After over 20 years of providing natural gas to homes and businesses across Georgia, Walton Gas continues to give each customer straightforward rate plans and the best customer experience. Call Walton Gas or visit waltongas.com to learn more about Georgia's most trusted natural gas provider.
This is Georgia football. Brought to you by Barbasol. Feeling great starts with a great shave, and great shaves start with Barbasol shaving cream. For whatever your day brings, choose Barbasol. It's a can of can-do. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Injured in a car wreck? Call the accident doctors, Arrowhead Clinics. We'll treat your injuries using medical and chiropractic doctors. We've been doing that for over 46 years, and we can refer you to the best attorneys who can get you the most money in your settlement. Call the accident doctors at Arrowhead Clinics.
Get the home field advantage every time with Fairfield by Marriott, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Whether you're a student athlete working toward your championship dreams or your team's biggest fan, Fairfield has everything you need to get ready for game day, from comfortable guest rooms to complimentary hot breakfast. Fairfield is part of the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio of hotels. Visit fairfield.marriott.com to book your next game day stay.
I'm Nolan Smith. When I go after quarterbacks on the field, I am relentless. And when you're hurt in a car crash, you need an attorney who is relentless, who will fight for you. You want Harry Brown. Call the Brown Firm for relentless representation.
Hey, it's Chris Chandler. Don't miss Coach Kirby Smart react to today's big game against Ole Miss Monday at 7:25 on Atlanta's Morning News.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions and the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Today's show is brought to you in part by Regions. Order the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. The Governor's Office of Highway Safety. Drive sober so you won't get pulled over. Hoffman Financial Group, helping build your financial dynasty. And by Hotel Indigo. Visit hotelindigoathens.com to book your reservation today. Now back to the Piedmont Healthcare broadcast booth. Once again, here's Neil Hondo Williamson.
Final home game of the season, and wow, what a jaw-dropping performance by the Georgia Bulldogs. Hi, everybody, 52-17 as the Dogs improved to 10-0. And a whole lot of people here stayed well into the fourth quarter, despite the dark, despite the cold, despite a misty day and a misty night here. The Georgia fans were not going to be denied as the Dogs actually secured a berth in the SEC Championship earlier today when Tennessee was waylaid by Missouri, but the Dogs putting the punctuation mark, the exclamation point on it here at Sanford Stadium. We have Scott Howard, Eric Zier with us in the press box down in the locker room. DJ Shockley will grab Coach Smart as soon as Kirby is available. And guys, I kind of don't know where to start.